Yo, everybody, welcome to episode 24 of the Slabbed podcast. 24, where the grades matter, there are no rules. How you doing there, Professor Oak?
24. That's ridiculous. How? How did we
We're
get to
back.
this?
We're back again.
Insane.
New regular programming. This show will be every Wednesday going forward. Instead of jumping, because originally it was planned for every Tuesday, but probably 35% of our uploads ended up being on Wednesdays because we had something going on Mondays for the recording. So going forward, the consistent every Wednesday, you should be getting an episode, and it won't be the flip-floppy back and forth on some Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So a little bit more consistency for you. During, I think it was the last video, I think I said if we get like 55 likes, you wouldn't shave your beard. We ended up doing that. So appreciate you shaving your beard. And I think you had shaved like the next morning before we were able to even see the award happen come to fruition. But it is what it is.
Do I need to stop shaving now? Then we'll go
No
for
shave
round
July.
two.
No shave June.
No shave summer. Screw it. Let's get ready for
That
winter.
sounds awful. At the same time, me it doesn't matter, but somebody that hasn't had a beard for a long time, I guess it'd be kind of rough in the summer.
And honestly, that's what it was. I'm in Florida, and it's been like 90 freaking 3 degrees every day and 100% humidity. And it was rough. It was gross. I was doing some work outside because we've been moving house, and I was doing some work outside at the old place, trying to get it ready for leaving. And it was not fun. I was like, yeah, I'm done. Like, this is gone by. But maybe we'll do round 2 at Christmas. Maybe we'll go for Santa Oak. Who knows?
There you go. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. So appreciate you letting us down on that one. Let's jump into our.
Sorry, everyone.
Appreciate all the likes and comments, though. Everybody, it was awesome. Lots of likes. Do it again. Slap that mother effing like button. We appreciate it. Spicy topic from last week was neither you or myself. I'll let you read it.
Amazing. And just touching on what you were saying with uploading Wednesdays, really happy to help get you guys through hump day, because I know Wednesdays can be a difficult day at work or school, whatever you're doing. So I think it's a good day. I'm excited for it to be on Wednesdays. So Ponga, our TCG collector mod, he is in the Discord. He's a mod in the Discord for the actual main Pokemon Discord, which not a lot of people know. So shout out to him. He's an awesome, does God's work, awesome guy. And he said waifu collectors should all be reported to the FBI after they buy mine, in brackets. So yeah, he won. Congrats, Ponga. Definitely a spicy topic. I think there's definitely people that feel very strongly either way. There's a few in the middle. I think I'm probably one that's kind of in the middle. I think the tricky thing with Pokemon for me, and Pokemon trainer cards and waifus, whatever you want to call it, is some of them are not kids. Some of them are kids. Some of them you don't really know how old they are because you've never heard of them before. You know, a couple of the ones that don't get shown too much. So it's like it leaves it all a little bit up in the air. Well, you don't know for sure what's going on there, and like they're cartoons, like they're not real people too. So it makes it even like another little edge to it, I guess. I don't know about report to the FBI. I feel like if you're at the point where you should be reported, the FBI probably is already aware of what you're doing based on your search terms. But there's I think what he's getting at is there's some people that love waifus and the young girl cards a little bit too much, and I think some of us definitely feel that, but people are paying up money for them right now. And, I think I touched on it. I think it was my spicy topic last week was, basically saying that like waifus are the new Pokemon. They're what people want to chase right now. So it's hot. But what's your thoughts on that?
I would love to. I wish I could speak Japanese, one, and then I would love to stand over the shoulder of like a game store guy, and when all these customers come in, like, hey, how much is that lily? Oh, that's $2,000. Okay, I'll take 3. I just want to sit there and be like, why? Like, please, just what are you doing to this card, my guy? You taking this boy home? You making a shrine? What are you doing? Like, are you putting this in a binder? Are you playing with these $2,000 full art lilies? Like, I don't think so, my guy. Like something's going down. I guess Pokelector doesn't do it for you. You'd rather have the physical in the hand. I get it. Strange. I completely agree. FBI should be informed of the current situation going on in Japan. I don't know how much jurisdiction they'd have over there in Japan. Probably not great. So you might just have to call in SEAL Team 6 or something. Start capping foes over there. Get it cleaned up, and this disgrace, absolute disgrace.
It's interesting for sure. I mean, it's a big topic. We could probably spend a lot of time talking about it, but I just feel like I don't know like if everyone has the same intention behind it. I think there's some like just think it's cute. Like I think like my daughter's cute. Like she just turned 5, and like she's cute. When she's playing with friends, I'm like, oh, that's cute. Like cute little girls playing, little boys playing, like that kind of stuff. But it's like I don't want a picture of them. Like I don't want to like. It's like that's it. It's just like a fleeting like, oh, that's cute. They're playing together. They're like making each other laugh and stuff. Like kids are cute. They're fun. They're like exciting. They're like it's like a natural like brings you back to you being a kid, like watching them and like they're just cute looking. And the waifu thing and like the cards of them, maybe people feel that, maybe I'm still doing it, but like $2,000 or like hundreds of dollars on that kind of stuff like seems extreme. That's not just like, oh, this is a cute artwork. That's a cute like trainer like holding a cute Piplup. Like it's just there's a lot of cute Pokemon cards. Like that's freaking cute. Like it's a yellow mouse thing with red cheeks. Like it's cute.
This is way cuter.
It stops there. Super cute. Beast mode cute. But yeah, I mean, like I don't know. For me, it's like my thoughts and my views on it are like real simplistic and like I have no interest in spending crazy money on that stuff. But I do like the idea of what Ponga was saying is after they buy mine, like no problem selling that stuff to the people that have like the desire for them that really are chasing and spending big money because people are spending some crazy money on them right now. So there obviously is some love for it. It's there.
Some deep saturated love, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's mummy issues. Maybe I mean, whatever. Like, not to sound too extreme. I'm not like attacking anyone here, but like, some people just gravitate towards things because of things in their personal life. Like, for some people, it may be that extreme. Like, they're spending that money because they feel like a connection. Honestly, I think most people are doing it because of the money and the hype. That I think 99% of people, it's that simple. I don't think it is even the character.
Yeah. So there's a message for you, all of you out there. That's somebody's daughter up there, bro. That's somebody's daughter. Respect that.
MI5 is listening.
Yeah. I'm all enough on that topic. I don't want to beat the dead horse any more than we have. Next week's spicy topic, and then I want to talk to you a little bit about this past Father's Day, see how things went.
You first.
I'll let me first. All right. So how do I want to phrase this without making it too lengthy? I think because I have not done this before, but you have kind of alliterated something like this. But I think Pokemon YouTubers in general care too much about the quality of their content. Unless you're trying to be PokeRev, just get videos out there, get the name out there, the recognition, get people to know you. Just start making some content, people. Come on. On to you.
How do I follow that?
You had one. Send it.
I mean, that was brilliant. Everybody vote for it. That was the one. The man just stole my heart. That was a really good one. I was actually going to say that if CGC releases something exciting tomorrow, it's going to take them up to the next level, the next tier. I think it's going to be a big jump in their business. If they knock it out of the park and it's a good move, I think it could actually do something pretty special. For one specific change, I'm hoping it goes well. So we'll see. That was lengthy. Oh, I just did what you were trying not to do. Sorry, guys.
So how was Father's Day, man? Happy belated Father's Day to you. I haven't. I think I texted you the day of, but
yeah, I was kind of sick over the past week. Honestly, I had COVID, and then I guess there's like this tube thing behind your ear called a eustachian tube or something. It's got like a weird name, and COVID like attacked that, and so I was like nauseous and like sick, and I felt like my brain was like exploding out of my head. It was like just an awful experience. But then, so I had that for a little while, and then on Father's Day that morning, I started to make a little bit of an improvement, and we had like a brunch out with the family, and we did a couple of little presents and stuff. It was just family time, a little movie night, sat on the sofa together, that kind of stuff. It was fun. It was good family stuff. That's what we needed to do. What about you?
Oh, yeah, man. Lots of driving. We were coming home. We had to drive 2.5 hours from a cheerleading competition that just ended. My daughter, she's 5 now, got 6th out of 15th place, which was pretty cool. Our first ever time doing it.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's crazy, like some of that stuff, because you do all of this prepping, all these different classes and training for a 2-3 minute, like a 3-minute session performance in front of the judges, and it's done. The season's done. Like, it's crazy. Same thing for like her dance recital. That was crazy. But yeah, so lots of driving, drove home, did some putt golf with the family. Got destroyed by my stepmom, and that's the way it goes. She golfs once a year for Father's Day and always seems to freaking do better. It's so bad. It's pretty brutal. But yeah, did that, came home. It was like later in the evening and just vegetated, watching movies with the family, and kids were losing their minds as normal. And yeah, it was a good time though.
That's awesome.
Very good. Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, hope everybody had a good Father's Day out there. I know there's a few dads definitely that tune in. So shout out to you legends.
Yeah, that was fun.
Hell yeah. So first topic outside of the spiciness. By the way, if you're new to the channel, all you got to do for the spicy topic, just go down, check and like whichever your favorite one or ones are. The one with the most likes next week will be the first topic discussed in the next week's episode. And drop your own spicy topic, because like you just saw, Ponga Collectibles could win it. He won it. So he was probably one of the earlier ones. I remember his comment was on there pretty early, I want to say. So it definitely pays to be an earlier comment for sure. So Magic the Gathering. I'm a huge fan of what they're doing with bringing in the Lord of the Rings, because I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. But I'm really concerned for their overall well-being when the only time they have good sales, it seems, is when they have an IP attached to their game. Whether it's Stranger Things, that seemed to do pretty well. Some of the other ones were the Street Fighter thing, but this is an actual set where they have now Magic or Lord of the Rings attached to it, doing well. The best-selling thing since that's hit World or Magic Gathering, and probably I don't even know how long. if I was invested in like vintage stuff, I would be concerned at this point. Like I'd be like, they're just seeing this for the first time. Rudy's making videos. He's like, what the hell's going on? All these modern cards cost more than these vintage ones. What are we doing? Like, welcome to Pokemon, bro. Like this is literally what we've been experiencing for the last 2 years. It's crazy. I don't know. I think they're in for a really, really rude awakening, the vintage Magic people and the whole Magic brand, if they're piggybacking off IP deals. What do you think?
I think it's yeah, I agree completely. I think it's a case of like give a mouse a cookie, or like I don't know, it's like a spoiled kind of situation. Like Dan, shout out, Dan, Puggy Flips, Catch 'em All Collectibles. He's been joking recently about buying Walmart Prime Steak, buying the Prime Steak, the nicest stuff, and it's not cheap. I mean, it's like it is a few more bucks, like when you look at it, but it's drastically better steak. And once you've had that, it's really difficult to go back to the regular Walmart steak that's on the it's on like the next section. Kind of feels a little bit like that. Like, why would I want to go back to a normal Magic the Gathering card when I could get a freaking Lord of the Rings one with like cool artworks and stuff that I have like a deep connection to from as being a kid, reading The Hobbit when I was 10 years old. Like that's at the same time I was playing Pokemon on my Game Boy. Like there's a connection there. So I think it's a little bit of like they've been spoiled and now it's really hard to come back. If they released a regular Magic the Gathering set next week, it wouldn't even cross my mind to even think about it. No matter buy some, like zero interest at all. This one, ready. I'm here for it. I'm incredibly excited to open these boxes and see what's inside. I think it's brilliant. But again, it's probably not because it's Magic. I think it's because Magic's just facilitating what it is that I want to see. I think you're right.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of why, like Rudy was talking about with Warhammer doing really well, and a couple of other ones, exactly what he's saying with the IPs, like really doing fantastic and and being sought after. Most of them, some of them I know haven't done too well, but most of them have done pretty good. And it's not because it's Magic, I don't think. I think it's because Magic do a really good job of facilitating it. Because I think they're doing fantastic. I think that the quality and the artwork and everything around this Lord of the Rings set looks brilliant. I mean, it really does look good. And they're the ones that have done it. Magic and it's Wizards, right? That they're creating it.
Wizards of the Coast, yeah. Yep.
So it's like they know what they're doing. I mean, if I were them, I'd pull every single big IP I could. Literally, I'd just maximize that because it's working so well. They're gonna absolutely kill it with this set. I mean, they're gonna sell out of everything.
Yeah, it's turning into Magic Schwartz. Instead of White Schwartz, it's Magic Schwartz. Like that's what drives collectability is relatability, and that's what Pokemon strives off of. Only having in 25 years, we've only had 1,000 different Pokemon. 25 years, only 1,000 different characters. Whereas you look at Magic the Gathering, in 30 years, they've had, I couldn't even tell you how many different unique characters it is, probably in the bajillions. So it's just the relatableness isn't there. They're probably not reprinting a lot of characters set to set like this popular, it's literally just like they don't have the Charmander, the Pikachu, the Charizard, the Squirtle, the Bulbasaur, all those different names, which is why like when Pokemon comes out with their new sets, it's lacking because we're not relatable to those yet. Like as we will be in the future, in towards the end of the era, it'll be, oh yeah, remember the base set? Wow, those are like the original cards. We slept on those. We didn't really care about them. It seems to happen every time in Pokemon. I haven't been around that long to experience a lot of it, but it seems for sure like that's kind of what's going on. A lot you get if the people that play the games get so much more relatableness And I envy those people that have the time and were able to play some of the games and were able to understand the characters and their aspects and where they came about. Magic just doesn't have that. They got so many different names across their own IP, and then introducing, like I said, introducing the IPs is a huge plus for them. It's great, but it is going to turn into Magic Schwartz, and it's going to be what's next? Star Wars, that would stonk, but you're just going to be those people collecting the 101 Darth Vaders or stuff like that. It's crazy, the prices, and they're going to be, the vintage collectors are going to be crying, hurting, wondering why it's happening, but it's as long as they keep bringing in these sexy IPs, it's going to be pretty wild for them. They got a long ride. Looking forward to it.
Just some pretty solid points there. I mean, yeah, you touched on pretty much all of it. Like, I think it's fun. Like, it's fun. There's good things that they're doing. They're appealing to people that love that thing or love that thing or that thing. But like, just like you're saying, there's no attachment. Like for me, say if I wanted every Pikachu in every set forever and every promo, like, well, there's not going to be a one ring in the next set. So like, how do I retain that person still buying the next set and the next set and the next set?
Exactly.
Like, there's no like flow between them. Like the ones I've seen, I didn't even understand what I was looking at when I've opened Magic packs. Whereas when we open this Lord of the Rings set, like I'm probably going to understand most of it because I have the inference from watching the movies and playing the games and reading the books and stuff when I was younger, that kind of stuff. Like I just don't have that, but that's me. I mean, I know a lot of people know Magic inside out and they'll probably speak to it better. But I just feel like, there's exactly what you were saying. I just bought, you just said about Vader 1 of 1. I just bought a Vader 1 of 1 last weekend.
Damn, stonk dog into the moon. There we go.
Yeah, very exciting. So I'm excited to get that in. Hopefully that delivers this week. A couple of others too. Some fun about Chewbacca. What's the other ones? Yeah, a few different things. I'll have to show them in a video, but yeah. Pokemon Center pre-orders. Did you manage to get any?
Unfortunately, my 9 to 5 got in the way. By the time I noticed, it was like 3-4 hours later, and I completely omitted those. Unfortunately. What about you?
I did. I ordered managed to take a break. I wasn't feeling good anyway, so I took a break, and I ordered a case of the ETBs. And through Best Buy, I ordered. You were limited to one UPC, so I ordered the one UPC. I ordered the binder box. It was like a box with binder stuff in. There was, I forget, like a bunch of different like collector box type stuff. I just ordered one of everything, basically.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, Pokemon Center pre-order, Pokemon Center, if you're not a Pokemon person, they drop, before the sets come out, they do pre-orders for the new sets coming out, and they dropped the 151 set in the past few days, whatever it was, 48 hours, 72 hours ago. And yeah, it was sold out instantly, and it might have got a refresh this morning, and it was sold out instantly again. It's pretty strange that they do the pre-releases this effing early, though. Like, we don't even have the set before 151 yet. Like, it hasn't even come out, the Obsidian Flames. Like, it's so weird that they undercut the other one. I feel like that one's not sold out yet.
That's so funny. It's so funny they say that, because I was thinking that, and I was thinking, like, why is nobody talking about like how early this is? It felt a lot earlier to me than the Celebrations stuff when that dropped. I don't remember it dropping all the way in June. I don't remember it being that kind of early. Like, this set is not coming out till like October or something, right? Or like 4 months away.
September?
Is it September?
I don't remember. It might be October. I thought it was September.
Feels like a long way away to be doing pre-orders right now. So they're not collecting money for it on the Pokemon Center anyway. I don't know what their intention is, but it makes me wonder if they're really trying to gear up like a lot of drops to really make sure everyone gets what they want. A big print cycle, basically. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they own the print facility now, so I guess they could do whatever they want. They just keep printing forever. But it's funny you say that because I did feel like it was really young too.
Yeah, it seems early. It's like I said, it's weird to them, but they're not, like you said, they're not collecting money. So it's more maybe them just gauging interest. Like, oh, okay, like this one sold out the fastest out of any set in the last 5 years. We probably should, production should run an extra few days on this one. That's pretty awesome.
They've got
that
time.
They could just do that. Just gauge interest.
Yeah, and they've got time right now to do that. Like you say, with printing, I mean, they could probably set up an allocation to print stuff within a month, right? Get the product in, print it, package it, and get it organized, and that's where it needs to be. I would say a month is probably enough time.
Yep. Yeah.
For additional stuff, anyway, because you're not designing it, you're not like figuring out the textures and this and that. Like you already have everything. It's just the physical part of it, and logistical.
Yep. Yeah. What is have you been pre-ordering almost every set that comes out now? Pretty much something.
Yeah. I got a case of because I used to collect the ETBs of Sword and Shield and Sun and Moon and stuff. I had a whole bunch of ETBs, and I blew through them. Yeah, I'd rip them on live streams. I'd rip them when I get bored. I'd rip them if I'd have a beer. Like, it just whatever excuse. I'm like, it's Saturday. Like, I'll just rip it, whatever. I still keep doing it. I've ripped a couple of things this weekend, and I shouldn't have. But I bought a case of Pokemon Center ETBs for Scarlet Violet, Paldea Evolved, Obsidian Flame, and 151. Damn. So all 4 Scarlet and Violet sets, I'll now have a case of Pokemon Center ETBs. And then I've been buying like booster bundles and a couple of little bits just for fun, just like open up and play with. And I pulled both the waifus at the last 2 sets, both of the hit card. Yeah. So that feels good. But Obsidian Flame, I think they kind of like I think they shot themselves in the foot a little bit doing the 151 pre-orders, because like you were saying, it's like Obsidian Flame's not even out yet. Like, we haven't even had the hype leading up to it, and there's already hype for the next set, which
it's already dusted.
It's almost overshadowed. Like, even though they both look like fantastic sets, so I'm worried that with that the Obsidian Flame might be overprinted. I know with Paldea Evolve, like, people are saying like they think maybe there isn't as much printed, but I do think Obsidian Flame might be a little bit overprinted, because in terms of the demand being lower because of people wanting 151.
Yeah. Right now I can go and pre-order booster boxes of Obsidian Flames, no problem.
Right.
I just looked it up.
Yeah, so I don't know if they should have left it a little bit and like get through that hype and get through that excitement and some of those sales and get things rolling and then drop it. I mean, they could have done it a week or two after even. It doesn't need to be a long time, but at least get that initial part out.
That's pretty weird, yeah. I can't think, like, I don't think any other game does that. Like, I'm thinking Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic, like, I don't know. I feel like all the Magic stuff was Lord of the Rings. Okay, Lord of the Rings is out. I have no clue what the next set is. I swear to God, I haven't seen anything released on it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not in the know.
Yeah, I mean, say you play GTA 5 for the past 10 years and they said GTA 6 is coming out in September, or you can wait till January and have GTA 7.
Yeah.
I'm waiting till January. Like, not that many people are going to order the 6 in September when they know the newest, best, most amazing version is going to be just a couple of months later. Like, it feels a little bit like, that's a really terrible analogy, but it just feels like why would you buy Obsidian Flame and spend your money in that way? It's so expensive to buy Pokemon cards. Like, let's get real. This stuff ain't cheap. This isn't Dollar Tree stuff. Like, this is hundreds of dollars to like complete binders, maybe in 4 digits. I don't know. It's a lot of money. And when there's one that looks so good as 151, that's going to be real hard to spend a lot of money on Obsidian Flame.
Yep.
For me, I mean, there's some stuff I'm buying, but like I'm not going big and heavy on Obsidian Flame when 151 looks so fantastic in both Japanese and English. It looks brilliant. You should know.
Yeah, for sure. I should know.
You want to talk on that?
Yeah, we can talk about it a little bit here. So yeah, the eBay Live Weedle's Warehouse. So shout out to Weedle's Warehouse. He just did his first ever eBay Live. Just like Old School Pokemon's does daily. He does daily now, like Monday through Friday, maybe Saturdays, I think. Old School Pokemon is like pumping out the eBay Lives, which is awesome. But yeah, Weedle did his first one tonight, being Monday. I hopped in. I was one of the first ones in. As soon as he made his sale listings go live, I bought 2 boxes of 151 instantly at $134 a box. So I wanted to be one of the first ones, knowing I didn't have a lot of time, and I wanted to see it ripped because I've been fiending for some of this stuff. Like I've been wanting. I was like, I've been wanting this stuff like bad. Like, so still waiting on my orders from Japan to get here myself. So this is my first time getting some stuff ripped from me. But ripped the first box, had a couple cool hits, but the second box had a God pack. And that was pretty dope. I got to watch it live. It was the entire Venusaur lineup, the entire Charizard lineup. So 3 SARs. I can't recall if that's what they're called. But yeah, it was awesome. And then in that box itself, I had the other 2 Charizard arts. So 3 Charizards in one box, all those alt arts. It was freaking insane to see that happen. Who would you think you'd be plus EV on a freaking $130 box that's $45 MSRP? Like, this shit's wild. It's so wild. But man, I cannot wait to open some of it myself. Like, it's English just kicks me right in the dick. Like, I just hate how bad the quality of the cards is. Like, I literally don't know the last time I ripped my own card out of a pack and it was a tenable card. Like, it's like 1 in 10. We say these are high pop report cards, these English ones, but the number of cards not being graded is insane because there's so much dog bleep out there. But yeah, the God pack, seeing that live was freaking, sorry, I went off a tangent there, pissed me off. But yeah, the God pack was insane, man. It was so cool to experience that and have it be my pack that he was opening was dope. So shout out to you, Weedle.
Yeah, shout out Chris. Is a rock star. Super exciting to see like our friends having success. Like, I love in the Discord and seeing people's YouTubes, like the people that I love and I've spent time with in person and events and in live streams and comments or whatever, like just people I've interacted with and I consider friends having success in different areas, just like Nick and Chris and eBay Live and Dan and James doing consignments and just so many people in different ways. Like, there's just all over the place. Everyone's doing their own thing, and I love it. It's awesome. So yeah, really cool to see him kicking off tonight. I think eBay Live is going to be fun, and I think it's going to be around for a while. I don't think it's a flash in the pan. I think they're really going to invest some time and effort into it. It's probably going to expand further and further with sneakers and handbags and all the rest of it, jewelry. Like, I think it's going to be real world
QVC,
real time, or QVC style. Hey, I mean, people joke about QVC, but like QVC was incredibly successful.
Still is.
Incredibly. Like, yeah. I mean, there's a reason it works. Like, it's it's fun. Like you sell stuff. My first ever, my I don't have it, Andy. My first ever sealed purchase for Pokemon was QVC back in the year 2000. Like,
What'd you buy? Was it from Ken Golden and Gary?
no, it was the 2000 World Collection from
Yeah.
the Pikachu collection. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's good. I think it's a positive thing. I'm excited for it. I get very different vibes to what I do from Whatnot. So I'm hoping that eBay has just a different approach, I think,
A
to
little more
it.
stranglehold. Yeah.
They seem to be pretty like particular on who's going to be doing it and who's hosting or whatever their phrase is for the person doing it. Who the selling person is doing the live stream. So hopefully they keep that up. They keep some good checks and balances with that, and good people selling good stuff, good prices, and enjoyable. I feel really confident buying on eBay for the most part. Like I've had very few issues. Been a couple of little things, in the past, but like honestly, like I really don't have issues with it. So maybe I've been lucky, but I think it's a good place to do it. And they got it set up. They're a selling platform. They're already ready to go. Just got to make a few tweaks, and it seems to be working. So
yeah, eBay Live, man. It's I feel like it'll end up being anybody that sells on eBay eventually. I don't think it's going to be limited forever. I'd be curious to see because if I was eBay living, I would be curious. That would have been a question I would have asked, like, hey, how many doors are being opened to all these people? Do you need to be a certain threshold? I'm sure, you might have to meet a certain threshold. Like you might need to meet 1,000 feedback or something along those lines. It might need to be 500 feedback or 1,000. Who knows? Like the YouTube, whatever platform. So it's probably some threshold, but I feel like it'll be open to everybody that meets it. And there's probably going to be thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people that don't even realize they meet the threshold unless they get an email from eBay saying, hey, you could do this, by the way, as an addition to what you're currently doing. I feel like they'd probably roll those emails out when they're out of beta because they're still kind of in a beta system. That'll be pretty good. But it's right now you're just getting notifications for people you're following, the stores you're following, and not everybody. So I'd be curious to watch a comic book one, but I'm not following comic book sales stores. Maybe I just need to go Google some and find some at this point, but I'd be curious to see some live streams on through eBay of different collectibles. That'd be pretty interesting. Yeah. What about you? Any interest in other collectibles and stuff?
It's interesting you say that because I have actually dived into a couple of the other ones. So you can go in there like live area or page, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one that said it was upcoming. There was no one else live. It was a couple of weeks ago now. And the guy was selling Funko Pop stuff. And I was like, oh, I'll jump in. I'll see, what kind of stuff he's selling. And there was like Star Wars and like very like popular stuff that like everyone would want, but they were like exclusive things, very limited print stuff, not regular things.
Yeah.
And I didn't bid on a single thing, but it was interesting to watch and interesting to hear them talk about it. And honestly, like they made it a little bit educational. Like I learned a couple of things in that. And I think I get value in that, even though it didn't cost me anything. It's almost like watching, a TV show. Like you're like watching a show essentially.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to do really well for the sellers. It's the people that can educate and talk and make it an experience rather than just be selling live. Because I think on Whatnot, it's either selling or giving away. There's not a lot. I haven't seen a lot of people like make it like an
community.
Yeah, like an experienced community. I've seen somewhat I've been to some of Echo's. He does a really good job of like talking with people and getting to know people, and like it's conversational. But again, that Funko one, they were talking about like why this is limited, where it was limited. Like they were literally like educating you on the item they were selling and talking about the kind of like what we're doing now. They were just talking about Funkos. They were like having conversations about the market and this and that. And there was 2 of them. I think that helped. I think that made a big difference. There was 2 guys on the stream. Even though I didn't buy anything, like there wasn't anything interesting that I wanted to get. I still thought it was interesting to watch. So I mean, maybe it could be more like that. Like with QVC, it's not just one person standing there selling something. Like they're conversing, right? They're displaying, hey, look at this, and then the lady in the gold dress is holding it or whatever. Like it's a little bit of that. Like I think that's like what separates it and takes it to like the next level for stuff that's like a little bit more niche. Make it a bit more experience. Pokemon cards, I think Nick and Widow's Warehouse and Old School Pokemon, I think they'll do really well because they are so lovely and enjoyable and like nice and conversational, and the products that they have are great prices and great things that people want. I don't think they need to do that, but I think for some of the like more niche stuff, I think you'll need it, but I think it'll elevate it. I think it'll take it to the next level. So I'm excited to see where it goes. I think it'll be a pretty interesting year to see how it develops these next 6 months.
Yeah, I know. I think PWCC was going to be doing a live stream platform pack breaking inside of their website. I don't know if that's probably dead now that they were purchased by Fanatics, because Fanatics is going to be doing a whatnot type thing. Maybe don't like me putting that word as the tie to it, but some version of a live selling platform. I feel like after eBay takes off, there's going to be a stranglehold on these live selling platforms. Yeah, I don't know how many of them are survive. You got so many of them now. Like it's almost like the grading companies that popped up. There were so many of these live selling platforms that popped up. Even Rare Candy is one of them now. The Rare Candy, Drip Shop Live, whatnot, Fanatics, PWCC. That's just the
YouTube,
top of the service.
Facebook, Instagram,
YouTube,
TikTok.
Yep.
Like even just the regular social outlets.
Yep.
Like there's even possibility to do that stuff.
Yep.
Discord. I don't know.
Snapchat. Yep.
Snapchat. Like I'm sure there's other places that I'm not aware of. There's definitely enough out there. But if these companies are investing this kind of time and money into it, it makes me think that they're thinking there's a big enough industry created around that now.
Yeah. Old School Pokemon's been doing some streams on his OnlyFans too. Like it's been pretty good. He's been getting a good turnout.
Yeah, I've spent a fortune. I don't even know if I can expense that stuff, but whatever. It is what it is.
I'll just put it on the company card. They don't even notice.
It's worth it.
Yeah. Shout out to Old School Pokemon. But yeah, it's I think eBay Live is going to be awesome. Really looking forward to it. Shout out again, Wheels Warehouse, for opening me that God pack tonight. I'd love to get a VOD of that. Cool. I don't know if that's possible for eBay Lives, like getting past videos, video on demand. I'd like to get the video.
I don't think it is. I think I asked Nick that, and he said it wasn't stored anywhere. But
yeah, and you can't even screenshot. Like I've tried, and you can't even do none of that. So I don't know. Maybe I wonder if I could screen record with my Galaxy phone or not. I'm gonna have to try that next time, just for giggles and shits. So stay tuned.
Yeah, honestly, I think it would have been cool for Widow's Warehouse to have his first ever eBay live stream, in 5 years' time, wherever he's at, to look back and go, this was my first ever eBay live. Oh my God, well, can't believe I was selling that product at that price back then, to like reflect back on that kind of stuff. 151 is 5,000 a box now or something crazy.
That's I feel like whatnot is superior in that aspect, because you can record the videos. You do, and I think they auto record. And it's a good thing because you can look back, see if you're getting scammed, or because a lot of that's been coming up. And another thing is just like, as a guy selling, like if the guy ever complains, hey, you didn't give me blah, 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 I go look at the video. I'm like, oh, I did it right here on the video. Like, what is this guy talking about? It's all right on video. I would want some of that proof kind of in my back pocket to send to eBay.
I
if
guess
I needed to fight like a $500 transaction.
Yeah, I guess if they do that, they're just always going to point to like shipping type claims, like the box was empty or he sent me the wrong thing or something like that. But they'll probably just say that if they want to get out of, if they want to get out of paying for it, friendly fraud style, then yeah.
Real quick, I wanted to mention I had just finished a 45 card auction block on my eBay. It was not an exciting time, let me tell you. It was not pretty to see the devastation occurring. There was two cards didn't even sell. 99-cent no reserve, $5 shipping. One of them was a PSA 9 1996 basic Voltorb. Decent card, $6 all in, PSA 9. But yeah, got completely wrecked. It was pretty much most of the cards average below $50. Probably on average, the sale price was closer to 20, 25. So not worth consigning. Would have got wrecked. But these were the type of cards that have just been sitting forever. And I did not even want to list half of them as buy it nows to try and get $10 squeezed out of it. Like it wasn't even worth my time. But got obliterated in a freaking auction. So might have been better off just donating them and doing a fucking Schedule C or whatever it is and claiming it on my taxes as a donation because yikes, I barely made some of my money back over the grading cost on some of the cards. Have you had any luck auctioning? You've been auctioning on PWCC or anything like that?
I've been auctioning myself on eBay to try and give it a bit of a whirl. Mostly buy it now. I'm like 90% buy it now, but I have thrown a couple of things here and there. And every single thing I've auctioned has gone not just a bit lower than expected, but incredibly lower than expected.
Yeah.
Like really bad. But then I'm selling buy it now. Like I'm overpricing stuff and it's selling. Buy it now. Like things that I'm like, I'm going to throw a little bit extra because I'm the only one that has this listed. And it's selling. So it's confusing to me. Like, because I always did really well with auctions. These past couple of years, 3 years or so now, like I did really well with auctions. I made a lot of money with it. I guess the hype part of auction is worn off and people are more just like serious, looking for the card, want to buy it and secure it. Like they just want to get it. They don't want to faff about with, they don't want to mess around with waiting until Thursday at 9 p.m. or Sunday at 10 o'clock at night. They just want to like go in and buy what they want and get out. Like it feels a little bit like that. It feels like buy it now is the way to go. And I know a lot of sellers say that it's the best thing, but it feels for me recently, these past few months, much more obvious than ever. Like it feels way more like in your face. The last one, I sold one. It sold for a little over 200, and I was expecting to get over 500 for it. Like that was a hit. And then there was another one that sold for like $19. I was hoping to get like 60 to 70, based on like recent solds and stuff. So it was like pretty far below what I was hoping, like pretty far below. Exactly what you're saying. I just feel like kind of gross after auctions have been finishing lately. Like I feel dirty.
Yeah, I think it's tough. Is there a certain day time you usually have your auctions ending?
Normally try and shoot for Sunday evening just because it seems to get the most views and most traction, most people available to bid. I know it's not always the best for the pricing, but you're the same, right?
My auction ended Sunday evening. Every item ended a minute apart. But I don't know. There's just, like you said, there's not a whole lot of people looking for auctions, I feel like. Most people looking are just going buy it now, highest price, or they're not even click buy it now. They're typing in the card name and they're filtering high to low or low to high, and then they're scrolling to get the cheapest one. Of course, an auction could pop up when they're doing that search, but if you're doing a 99-cent no reserve, it doesn't see a lot of play until the end of the auction. So if they're doing that search anytime during the week, your thing's not going to really be showing up inside of that search very well. So, and I also feel like PWCC leaving, being forced out of eBay, had a huge effect on people looking for auctions. You have Probstein, you have Z&G Emporium, who's growing every week, but losing that much eyeballs looking for auctions every month. Those people were there. I was there. I was like, hey, let's check the latest Pokemon auctions every month. When it was a monthly PWCC, I was filtering for auctions to see what type of deals I could get. But now it's this shop and this shop and this shop. All these people, different people doing different auctions, ending on different days. Like, can't keep up. It's not scheduled. I wish it would be like you could only end TCG auctions on Sundays or on Saturdays. Then laser eyes, like it would be insane if it was limited. It make it like, why not? Why not make it that one day? That would be insane. Like it just, there's too many minutes and hours in a week to have enough eyes on the auction as it's ending. Even if you put the bitch up there for 10 days, the like I said, the likelihood of them finding it before you get to day 10 is really slim unless they have some weird filters. And I don't know. It's auctions are scary for sure in that sense. Like doing it myself, it makes sense because I didn't want to pay fees on a $4 effing card. I would have got wrecked. Yeah, it just, I like the ease. I like just liquefying a bunch of junk slabs because that's basically what I had. So that felt good, kind of getting all that junk out of my desk and
a
lot cleaner.
definitely.
It's a lot cleaner now. So they suck. Auctions suck, but they also have a lot of benefits. Just liquefying stuff is nice.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see if it's going to work out cheaper to use the eBay Vault when it actually becomes a real thing. You know, for buy it nows and stuff. Is it like a cheaper selling fee? You know, because the selling fees are ridiculously high. It's like 14%, right? It's crazy high at the moment to sell through eBay. Maybe it's 5, 6, 7% if you do it through the Vault, but you have like a $5 charge or a $2 charge or something. Well, for certain cards, that's going to work out way cheaper, like ridiculously cheaper. So I'm excited to see what they do with that. I don't know. I can't imagine like, I don't know. I can't really envision what it's going to look like with auction. I guess just the fee structure would just be different, but like it's the same thing. Like I don't know. Like they're going to have it, but like, why would that be better than me just selling it on eBay at auction? I don't know. I guess they've got to appeal.
Less fees.
But if I'm going to sell it on there anyway, like they would get a higher fee percentage and not have to touch it. Like that would be better for them for me to sell it. So it's like, like it's better if I sell it, but if they sell it,
yep.
Like I need to think that that's better. So like, what are they going to tell me that's going to convince me? You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Yeah,
something's not.
They're going to make their money in infinite money glitch. Sorry, I thought I was muted for a second. Yeah, so I think they're planning on like the infinite money glitch where people get all the cards inside of the vault and they start looping them back and forth to each other. So they're literally just scanning a bar, right? No, now Timmy has it. Beep. Oh, now John has it. We just made 4%. Beep. Oh, we made another 4%. Like that's, I think, their goal. PWCC does the same exact thing. And
so
most of the time,
to withdraw.
Yeah.
From PWCC,
Yeah,
it's so expensive.
That's how they get their sales tax, and basically that's how they get the sales tax in their pocket. Basically, is what's happening. So you save on the sales tax if you buy through them, stock it in their vault, and then when you go to withdraw it, you're paying whatever 6%. to get all of your items, 6% on whatever. Say you withdraw $10,000 worth of items, you're paying $600 probably ish to get those out. So they're skating around the government, and they're putting the government's money right in their pocket through their fulfillment fee, which is kind of a little yikes, but it's working for them. So, but yeah, I think eBay's trying to do the same infinite money glitch, where things are kind of locked into their vault, transferring hands without transferring hands. That's their foresight, and I think it's going to be like eBay Live. It's going to start opening more and more to similar. It'll probably have a similar requirement, a certain number of feedback, whatever, top rated seller, blah blah blah, to get some type of access to the eBay vault. It of course would be open to collectors and other stores. Otherwise, you can never get the infinite money glitch. So, yeah, I think it's going to be opening. It's in a beta for sure, just like eBay Live, but the next year is going to be pretty crazy to see how all that develops, and Fanatics and PWCC and the Golden Vault remove their severed head up their own ass because it looks like dog bleep. So
it feels a little bit like, okay, all these companies, okay, we all got slammed during the hype. Everything was crazy. Everyone was backlogged. Everyone was like, couldn't keep up with demand and couldn't keep up with timeframes, blah, blah, blah. And now that they can, now they're in a position where things have settled down a little bit. They are staffed according, like things are more manageable. They're like, okay, what do we need to do now to get that next step ahead of the competition? But it feels like everybody is doing that. So like every company is buying something or making something or changing something, and it's a good thing. Like it's driving innovation. It's driving those like forwards with needs, and obviously like keeping the hobby and the community fresh. This new stuff. But I feel like there's just a lot happening in like all different companies. Like there's a lot of things going on right now. It seems crazy. Like there's plenty for us to talk about. That's for sure. Like there's definitely a lot going on.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. Since we've kind of talked about a little bit, skated around a few different things, different recommended consignment services out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you want to go ahead and talk about a couple of them, then I'll mention probably a couple more options out there for people.
Yeah, I was just listening to Dan. He's just changed his terms up a little bit. Catch More Collectibles. Super interesting there. He's got some crazy low fees. If you got nicer cards, he's going to handle it for you and make the sale. Basically, take ownership of getting it sold for you, and you'll have pretty minimal fee percentage on there. So that was interesting. Z&G, very similar approach in terms of the higher dollar value, getting a lower percentage. Again, I'm not going to quote them. Like you guys can do your own research, but they both have really, really fantastic consignment, both through eBay. So it's clean, it's easy, it's visual. Like you can keep track of everything. Like there's no like smoke and mirrors with any of what they're doing there. So I really like that a lot. I know Nick, Old School Pokemon, I know he's doing some consignment stuff. Again, not going to talk to fees, but like he's the one that is very active in just like the other two guys, like very active, the three of them. Who else is there? I'm trying to think if there's anyone else.
Yeah, people-wise, I'm not too sure. As far as consignment goes, Rusty TCG Game will have some version of the consignment service. Yeah. But PWCC, Heritage Auctions, Golden Auctions, probably a little bit more pricey than the other ones we just listed for sure. I know Catch 'em All, just like you said, he announced his video, and the big difference between Catch 'em All and Z&G is Catch 'em All is primarily buy it nows. He doesn't do any auctions, actually. He's all buy it nows, and Z&G is primarily auction. I believe he's dabbling in buy it nows, or might be. I don't know if I've heard that, or Might be stretching that, but right now it's primarily auctions through Z&G weekly. I'm not sure how quick it is, but when I did it through them the beginning of the year, January, February timeframe, I got paid within a week. That was nice. But yeah, Dan's new thing is, I'm going to say the percentage 5% flat on an item, basically $500 or more. So at $500, you're paying a 5% fee to sell through him on eBay. That's it.
I thought it was 2,500. I think I misread that.
Yeah. So yeah, that is through him, not eBay Vault.
Oh, the Vault. Yeah.
If you go through the eBay Vault, it's 5% for over $500. It's technically 10% if you do a $250 item, and it'll drop between $250 and $5. But yeah, 5%. So I could give them a $5,000 card, have them sell it. I'm paying a 5% fee, and I'm getting paid out cash if I wanted to go pick it up, or a check or something. I could, however I want, friends and family, crypto. He's got tons, same payment methods essentially as PWCC and Z&G. They're really nice, convenient. Instead of me selling it on my own eBay, paying 14%, and then paying capital gains because I'm going to get the 1099, it might be a little way to skate around that a little bit. So not financial advice, gentlemen and lady. So there's some options out there for sure. But like I said, the PWCC stuff's probably a little bit more expensive. But I'm telling you what, auctioning PWCC, like I've been watching obviously every week, PWCC auctions, it might be a play to auction on PWCC maybe instead of eBay. I almost want to try it out soon with some little bit lower, like $100-ish items, just to see how it goes. Because like I said, the problem with eBay is there's so many days in a week when auctions are ending. PWCC limits it down to an hour and a half. All the eyes are on PWCC, that website. In that hour and a half, there's probably more eyes in that auction than a certain person's page on a Sunday. Like my page on a Sunday, yeah, right. Like I probably got onesie twosies looking at these different things, but I had a card not sell for $6, which is a damn good card, a lot better than a lot of cards get sold on auction. So it's telling you what, I think that's probably one of eBay's faults right now on auctions for sure. Is there's too much time.
I think there's a couple of things there. First of all, eBay isn't a true auction. Like a true auction, like at the end you have go in, gone, right? You have the ammo. You don't have that with eBay. You don't have the last few minutes. Okay, does anyone else want to bid? An auction should go until the person has had the highest bid, has done the last bid, right? It keeps going until the last highest bid is gone. Like that's what an auction is. eBay doesn't do that. They just end it at a specific time. Whoever's bid highest is won. Like that's not an auction. That's not how it works. Like there shouldn't be a time constraint on an auction. Like you have to limit it and try and rush them along a little bit, like PWCC does. But it's not truly an auction. So I've always felt a little bit like annoyed at losing stuff on eBay before, when I would have paid more, because like you don't know who you're up against, right? You're not truly doing an auction. It's just a one-man. It's a bid system. It's not an auction. It's a bid. You put a bid in, like you bid into clean carpets for a school or something, and 10 carpet cleaners throw bids in, and whoever's the lowest or the best or whatever wins. Like that's not an auction. It's not the same thing. So I've always had a bit of a gripe with that, I guess you'd say, and that's something I've really liked about PWCC recently is the style of the auction. And like you're saying, like there's a lot of other things to look at. Like I've bid on stuff that there's not a cat in hell's chance I would have been searching for on eBay. There's no way I would have ever come across that without it hitting me in the face on PWCC. And your live streams are a perfect example of that. Seeing things that you would never normally see or whatever, and end up buying it. I'll buy so much crap on there that I shouldn't. But also buy a lot of stuff that like I probably wouldn't have found on eBay that I've made money from. Like I've added to my collection, or I've given away as gifts. Like I just sent you something this week. You just got it, as a gift that like I probably wouldn't have gone on eBay and specifically sought out that one thing to get for you. I just thought it was freaking awesome and I bought it because I was in a PWCC auction. You want to show it?
Oh yeah, I'm peeling off the PWCC sticker off the back. So shout out Professor Oak, got me my first ever graded comic book.
Yay.
CGC 9.8 Venom. Super dope. The glare is terrible, but I have a graded magazine, but this is my first ever graded comic book. I had been looking to buy one. Went to my local Comic-Con. Thanks again, man. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Yeah, I guess what I was thinking when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's something like I want. So I figured if it's something that I want and I thought was really cool, I thought you'd hopefully would think it's cool too.
These slabs are massive. They present so well. Like it's the best part about these. Like if I put a card in front of this freaking thing up here, like it's micro. You can't even see the freaking thing. So
yeah, you don't even know what it is.
The presentation's nice. I love it.
Yeah, and they feel sturdy. Feels like chunky, and they feel safe inside, right? Like the ones I got,
cool. Yeah,
feel pretty safe. But yeah, glad you like it, and that's typical example of why I think PWCC is fun. But I will say this past 6 months, I've switched away from selling on there and switched more to buy-in because I did have a couple of really rough auctions. Maybe it was because it was November, December time. It's Christmas, and maybe people are spending less. But I lost some cards on there that I really wouldn't have sold if I was offered that price. Really, really low prices on some of them. So I've moved more towards selling myself or buy it now. Like I touched on it earlier, but I've been investing a lot of time in buying from there just because there's a lot of cool stuff. There's a lot of variation, a lot of things to grab a hold of.
Have you tried getting a payout from PWCC, or you just flip that back into cards and use it?
Yeah, no, I've tried doing payout. I've had a few payouts on some of the nicer stuff I've sold, where it's like been big chunks of cash I've wanted to pull out, and it's ridiculous. It takes forever. Yeah.
How long?
I mean, I sent some stuff in, and from mailing it to getting the check back, so you just mail it in, and they've sort it out, they put it in auction, sell it, and then do the finances and send you the money back. Top to toe, it was almost 3 months.
Holy shit. Yeah, so that's a big benefit of going with any of these eBay guys, any of them, besides maybe Propstein. I'm not sure. Can't speak to them. Don't know them. I don't even know
James.
if I could.
I use Z&G. I sent a few to him to. I think I sent him some Pikachu's lightning fast, very clean cut, easy communication, and just took care of it. Just did it. Like it didn't feel like I had to be hands on with anything. I just took care of it. It was like, where do you want your money?
Yeah.
Done.
Yep.
It was awesome.
Tell them to ship it in a stuffed duck next time. Cash. See if I'll do it. Yeah. So tons of options out there. We'll try and link some of them down below here in the description for you guys to go check out. Kind of want to talk a little bit about the state of the grading, what's going on, the cost, kind of the turnaround times. You messing with any of them? And I'll start kind of real quick on the video game side. So I just got a couple things graded. So I just regraded like 5 or 6 games and graded a brand new game for the Nintendo Entertainment System. It was about $35 a game, and it took under 2 weeks. I put 2 weeks down, but it's probably 1 to 2 weeks to get all these things graded and back to my door. That included shipping time. So CGC Video Games has like the same turnaround times, it seems, as the trading cards, which is pretty awesome.
That's crazy. That's nuts.
And WATA games, for comparison, $39 a game standard. And that's quoted right now on their website at 60 days. So you're looking at That's probably 60 business days, probably closer to 3 months. I guess to each their own. CGC has been selling for marginally the same exact price as WADA out of the gate. So
Yeah.
same exact rating scale. It's been going pretty well. So good things coming.
I would imagine they're probably going to end up getting some pretty big hitters games this year. Like they're probably going to end up with some real nice stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see some record slabs from them if they're grading some nice games this year.
Yeah, it's crazy the video game market because I feel like Magic's similar. There's a lot of people out there with insane collections. They just don't like grading. Like they're like, no, I'm good. I'm just gonna hold these raw in a case behind glass. Like that's insane to me. Like just a natural hazard. Like if a tornado came and ripped these off the shelves, there's a chance they're all still good. But if they did that when they were not encapsulated, good night. Like like these are not in good shape anymore. Like the cases at least help protect them a little bit, which is awesome. So like it's not just the grade, it's actually like preservation of the game itself. So it's
I mean,
it's a huge
even
factor
just
for me.
even just handling, like not even to be like that extreme.
Yeah.
Like I've dropped and scratched really expensive raw cards and just ruined them.
Yeah.
Just literally completely ruined them. I was messing around cracking slabs and I stuck a screwdriver into a really nice Pikachu. Ended up sending it to Ancient Mew. So shout out Ancient Mew and sending it to him for his binder just as a little gift. But yeah, I mean, it seems like a no-brainer. If it's something nice, it needs to be in a slab. I know we're obviously biased because we're the Slab podcast, but like I just think we should be slabbing stuff that you don't have any intention of playing or opening or doing something with. Like, just slab it, just keep it safe. And there's plenty of options out there. I mean, you just went through a couple there, for the games. Like, whether you want to wait 3 months or 3 weeks, like there's stuff out there. Just do it. Like whatever you decide to do.
Yeah, somebody recently came at me in one of my own videos on my own page. He's like, he didn't really come at me. He just made the comment. He's like, so why do people with video games grade games? And he was really confused by the whole thing. He's like, and he was like, you can't compare it to cards. Like you're not going to play with the cards anyway. Like he's like, you're not going to play with those vintage cards. You can't play with them. Like, of course you can encapsulate them, whatever. But vintage video games, he's like, you can play these and blah blah blah. And I'm just like,
hell no.
What the F are you smoking? Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
There's no way I would buy or own an expensive sealed game with the intention of opening it or playing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Authentication process. Like I wouldn't want to drop 10 grand. It'd be super sus. Buying a $10,000 video game or card or comic book, anything that's not authenticated, even if it's whatever. Some people don't think they're actually authenticating very well, but it's better than buying the raw thing. At least it's in the slab, so it's real to me. So if it's authenticated, graded, it's way better positivity feeling when I'm spending whatever amount on it. But I didn't get the whole don't grade it because it's a video game. You're going to play it. He was basically saying that I wasn't into graded video games before the boom, and that's true because I didn't even know it was existing. Like I didn't even know it was a thing.
Nobody did.
And as soon as I did, I'm like, that makes complete sense. And hell yeah, because they display way better than cards. I'm all in. Like this is my childhood. I way more time into these video games than anything else. Of course, I'm going to want to encapsulate it for all the reasons I just mentioned. Yeah, it just was a no-brainer. Comic books for me are the same way. Like, aren't you going to read that Superman #1? Like, what are you doing? Why are you encapsulating it? You could just download the magazine and watch and read it. Like, that's the reason. Like, you could play an emulator and play the freaking Mario game. Like, it's the same exact thing as comics, pretty much. So the dude was like, he was. What do you think?
I think a lot of what we appreciate and love with like slabbed stuff, like literally like slabbed games, cards, comics, whatever, is what that thing like symbolizes and like the visual aspect of it, like what it means. Like seeing a box, like you just saying just then you didn't know, before the boom or whatever, the graded games were a thing. I didn't even know that sealed games were a thing. Like I hadn't even gone that far. Like the thought of
Yeah.
a Pokemon Crystal Game Boy color game still being sealed to me is like, what? Like who the hell didn't open that up and play it? Like that is
Yeah.
completely baffling to me. So when I found out, like I think you're probably one of the first people I ever heard talk about it. That people were grading sealed video games, put them in slabs. I was like, the sealed games? Who the hell is not opening this stuff and
Yeah.
just leaving it sealed like it's meant to be played? But for me now, I wouldn't want it any other way. If I could get a sealed copy of Pokemon Crystal, like I don't need to play it. I can just buy a used cartridge or something if I want to play it. Like a sealed one should at this point is way past that. Like it should remain sealed and be what it is, what it signifies, the look of that box, that excitement. I remember holding it in the in the plastic shopping bag, the carrier bag, whatever you call it, bringing it home and opening that package up, the shiny box. Oh my god, it was such an amazing thing. I saw the cartridge and it was like all sparkly inside and incredible. Like, and that seeing a sealed game still triggers the same memories for me. I don't need to have to open it up. I don't need to break the seal. I don't need to play it. Like I still have the same memories and can appreciate it just by seeing the box. It's what it symbolizes for sure.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Pokemon Crystal. Guess how many graded at Wada? What's the pop?
I'm gonna be sad probably if it's a lot. 10, 20.
43. Not too far off.
Yeah, that feels like a lot. That's crazy that there's 43 people or stores or whatever this whole time had a game that they didn't sell or open, or it just sat there sealed that whole time. Like I didn't know that was a thing, like to keep things sealed.
Yeah, perspective. There's only two 9.8s, which is like basically the highest.
Wow.
Yeah, it's one of the rarer ones. Like silver and gold are both like 150 graded games, so it's
Big
just
difference.
perspective. And those are like some of the more popular ones. Like that's the 150. That's it. Like that's why some of those games cost a lot of money, man. Because there's not like 150 is the total number of graded games in a Wada slab. Some of those probably have been cracked and sent elsewhere. That's it. That's it. Only 150.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't even know the actual true number. How many were resubmitted or cracked or whatever?
Yeah. Yep. Yes, I'm going to talk. If you want to go through maybe a couple of these other TCG grading companies and what their state are, kind of.
Yeah, so you got CGC on here. I didn't pull these numbers, you did. So,
Yep.
but I'll go over them. So CGC, $15 for 1 week turnaround, but 25
Pretty
card
much.
minimum. I mean, that's insane. 25 cards in a week, $50 a pop. No, I mean, that's crazy.
It's like 1 to 2 weeks. Yeah.
I'm at I don't know. What am I at? 6, 7, 8 weeks. I'm coming up to 2 months at PSA and they're still in grading stage, still just at stage 4. So the CGC is absolutely blowing PSA out of the water right now. It's a completely different universe, completely.
Who's getting blown?
PSA is at 15, though, is at the same price, just a 20 card minimum, with roughly 8 week turnaround. I know most people are around there. I would think I'm probably closer to 10 or 12 weeks being at the stage that I'm at right now. BGS $22, 60 plus. Is that 60 cards plus? Is $22?
60 weeks. No, 60 days. 60 days plus.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. So they're
60
slow,
days.
slow and steady.
Yeah. Same as WADA. Same as WADA.
Now you've got a SGC at $15 for a 2-week turnaround, 20 card minimum. When I was looking the other day, it said 24. So I don't know what.
Yep. So they got a TCG special. I was just looking at right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a TCG special currently for them. I think it's just Pokemon though. I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, $15. They're not grading a whole lot of them. So even if you do get them back quick, like I feel like there's not much competition in terms of listing that stuff. That might be a good play. Being the only SGC 10 of a certain card, it could be a bit of a play there. And if someone maybe has a favorite card, like they want a specific Charizard, but they want it in a 10 in every slab. I know some people collect like that way.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a bit of a play. There you go. A little freebie for you there, guys. $15 special. It's cheap enough to play. And then the game ones that you talked about. Yeah, so everyone feels more affordable. There's no crazy prices. We're not talking 30, 50, $100 like we were back in the day when things were still a little crazy with PSA. Yeah, it seems affordable, seems quick. PSA and BGS, I mean, they should be stocked up on staff right now and processors. I'm not sure why they're still suffering time-wise. They're doing a lot. Like, I know they're doing a lot, but they've had plenty of time building up to it. So maybe they're just anticipating things to die off a little bit and cool down. I know some of the numbers have declined somewhat, but nothing drastic. I mean, they're always going to have a lot of cards coming their way, even if the market does falter a little bit, I guess. Anything that stands out to you there?
No, it's pretty close to even across the board. I'm really interested in July to see if we get a national the National Sports Card Convention special like we have almost every year since I can remember. That PSA has been in existence except for the 1 year where they're fighting through backlog. They've always done a special. So got a stack of cards waiting to get sent out. I'm waiting until July. I'm not in a rush. I'll just wait those few extra days, see if they announce anything. So looking forward to that. I feel like they will.
I think when we pull numbers at the beginning of July, I would imagine June was probably a little bit of a dip for probably more so sports cards. I know a lot of sport card people like to do the summer special, but we'll see. I'd imagine there's going to be a bit of dip of what you're saying. Oh, I'm going to wait and see if they do a special in July, sitting on their stacks.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yep. You going to Pokemon Worlds?
Mm-mm.
Not doing a family trip with a baby?
Isn't it like Bangkok or something? Where is it?
It's in Japan. I think it's Tokyo.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to Tokyo. No, it's hard enough to run and get the groceries with the kids right now. Like, they're so crazy. There's no way I'd make it to Tokyo. I will
Venmo you $50 if you record telling your wife you're gonna go to Tokyo for Worlds in 2 months.
Done. I would do it. I am the prank man of the whole family for sure. I wind her up so bad. I do so many pranks.
Oh my god!
I'll do it for free. I'll do it. I'll record it. 100%.
That'd be hilarious. Just you get her audio. Obviously, you don't need to dox her or anything, but that'd be hilarious to hear that. Hey, babe, I just booked this flight. It was like $10,000. I'll be gone for about a week. You got to play it up because it doesn't sound too believable. So good luck to that. That'd be pretty hilarious, though. It definitely would be.
I'll make sure I'm quiet all day so she knows something's wrong. I'll like act. I'll make a whole play of it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Bring some flowers home. Play right into. That would be good. Like, hey, babe. So, yeah. Blame it on me. Blame it on me. Hey, Josh, hooked us up with this deal. Like, yeah. I think
We'll do Pokemon prank segment each week from now on. Let's do that. Yeah.
I don't know about all that, but I think I'm gonna try and do the same thing to my wife then, so we can get a comparison. We'll do a comparison.
Let's do it.
Whose is more accepting? That'd be
Yeah,
interesting.
I'm not sure what to expect. I don't think she's going to have open arms about the situation. That's for sure.
Yeah. Reason I brought it up, I saw something recently. Pokemon Worlds is going to feature a festival, Pikachu parade, an orchestra, a cruise, and much, much more. So it is like it's going to be absurd. I think over there, like it's already part 1-on-1 with our culture almost, like, but it's going to be
Vacation.
absolutely bananas. It's going to be crazy. Like if you like Pokemon and you're there for it, like you're going to have a hell of a time. It sounds like it's going to be a riot. It's going to be sick.
Sounds lush. I did see a couple of people in the Discord talking about going, and I mean, sounds incredible. Like I would love to go. I really, genuinely would love to go. I think it'd probably be one of the, biggest moments of your life doing something like that. Like an incredible experience. Disney's got nothing on something like that for me. I mean, honestly, it's yeah, I think it'd be awesome, but just not realistic right now. Anyway, not yet.
Yeah, yep, for sure. No, I'd be.
I take it you're not going
on the bucket list. No. Hard pass. No plans for me. International travels this year right now. So, nope. And then it's crazy because the Yu-Gi-Oh! Worlds is also like a week later in Japan.
Oh, no way.
Bang, like right off the rip. So we got, I think the Mexican hipster is going to go to both. I believe he's going to be attending both because they're within a week and he's going to Japan. So it's pretty awesome. Shout out to him. Congrats on the new baby coming. That's going to be awesome. But yeah, so that's really cool. Jealous for sure. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Worlds would be cool to see. Crazy. It's all happened within weeks.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. I think he'll have fun going to one. No matter going to two. I mean, it's going to be a lot to take in, a lot to absorb. It's expensive. I'd be buying stuff. I'd be optimizing while I was there, trying to take it. But yeah, I think that was the last thing, right? So thanks everyone. Don't forget, if you hang around, to leave a spicy topic. Don't forget to vote on your favorite spicy topic. You can vote for yourself. Just hit that thumbs up. Don't worry. You can vote for multiple. You can vote for me, or me. And then vote for me. So
there you go.
Thanks,
all right, guys. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
See ya.